Welcome to Guerrillapreneur, the art of waging small business warfare podcast. We have a special segment for you called How to Make a Dollar Out of 15 Cents. In this segment, we try to teach you different ways to stretch a dollar to invest back into your business. Why do we think that's important? Because we believe that every dollar a small business or a startup has should be invested in slingshot technology. What is slingshot technology? Slingshot technology is disruptive, traction oriented innovations that help startups and small businesses price or serve at the same level as the corporate giant. Walmart was a startup when it launched. It had a single store and they were taking on the giant Kmart. They invested $4 billion in innovation and inventory management innovations that allowed them to double their inventory turns. That led to them being able to effectively price at a level below Kmart and still make a profit. That's where the slogan came from, everyday low prices, because they could not only price lower, but they could restock faster and continue to make a profit, whereas others priced low, stocked out, and lost money. So that innovation was the key to Walmart's success. You have of companies that are based in the sharing economy, and they're taking these same principles and fighting the corporate giant. We've talked about companies like ZenFast in Ireland that are crowdsourcing delivery services. So they're like the Uber of delivery, and they will get individuals who are taking trips across town, across Europe, and allow them to make money by delivering packages. Their platform allows them to price below FedEx and UPS and obtain customers who want that price savings. Now, there's going to be a trade off because in some cases, the individual delivering will have to make several stops. But in many cases, they are able to get packages to the destination faster and cheaper than a UPS or FedEx. So that's what I mean, a disruptive innovation. And that's what your business should be spending all of its money on before you launch. Now, how do you get that money that starts you down the path to investing in this disruptive innovation? You got to be able to squeeze a dollar and make a dollar out of 15 cents. And that's what this segment is all about. What's the first way? Well, what if you insist on having a storefront? Now, you know the Guerrillapreneur principle. We believe in launching your business out of your garage until you're absolutely forced to have a storefront. But if you're one of those that insist on having a storefront and you need office furniture, why not buy it from Goodwill? Yes, Goodwill. There's a Goodwill in every town, and you can get office chairs, office tables, you can get microwaves, you can get even computers and TVs and VCRs at dramatically discounted prices. Now, they're going to be a little dinged up. Some of them are going to be outdated, but it's a great way for you to get equipment at a fraction of the price of buying it new from some of your traditional retailers. What if you are still looking for equipment after you've left Goodwill? Why not try yard sales? I've also picked up great equipment there. I picked up TVs, laptops. Now, they were older laptops, but they were still functional and they served purposes for email, basic Excel analysis. And I was able to upgrade them and add memory and got good functionality out of them. I've gotten equipment from estate sales. And because I renovate properties, guess what? I found stuff on the side of the road. Construction sites, I've been able to ask for sheetrock, lumber, and other items like toilets that were taken out of properties to be replaced with newer, more updated equipment. They were just going to put those on the side of the road to be picked up by the trash company. I knock on the door or go up to the project manager and say, if I remove all of these, can I have it? And they're like, by all means. And I'd walk out of there with enough material that I could use on a property that I was working on and save a lot of money. So, a lot of different ways for you to get equipment without breaking the bank and using that savings to invest in your slingshot technology. If you're looking for equipment online, why not type coupon code after your Google search? So if you want a Dell computer, type Dell computer coupon code, and you're going to see a bunch of links that will offer you a coupon code that you can type in at checkout that will give you a discount on that new item. It's a great way for you to at least attempt to try to save a little bit of money. Use that every time you're searching for any sort of service or any sort of product, and try to save yourself 15 to 20% or more on the coupon codes that you can find online. You need to hire someone to get some help, right? I try to avoid full-time employees until, again, I am absolutely necessary that I have critical functions for them to perform. Not mundane tasks, critical functions. So in the interim, I use the website sparehire.com. Sparehire.com to get some really smart people who I can hire for the project or by the hour. And I've used them for everything from helping me with analysis to cleaning up presentations to building Excel spreadsheets. Anything that I have as a defined strategic project, I'll tap into those resources. I'm done with the individual, done with the payout, and I can move on to the next service. What if you need some consulting support? You could always call me, Ceyero Consulting. But if you don't want to be paid, I want to pay a consultant, you can always call the SBA. They offer a lot of free consulting services, from everything to how to get capital, how to build spreadsheets, how to write a business plan. Use that resource. Your tax dollars went to put it in place. You might as well take advantage of it and utilize it for your business. Now, for all of you, again, who are in desperate need of a storefront, even though I'm trying to get you to avoid that as long as you can, here's some ways where you can possibly get a free spot to set up your business. Call City Hall. A lot of towns and cities have properties that they've purchased because owners have walked away from them, sometimes abandoning them. And so the city has been able to pick them up for the tax lien on the property. These properties are sitting there vacant and they aren't serving the taxpayer base. And you can go and see if the city managers will let you set up shop there. And they would say, your pitch is, we're going to try to build a business that will eventually pay taxes in this town. Give us a shot. Here's our business plan and business model. Let us utilize the space for free, and we will set up shop right here in this town as we get traction. Now, a lot of cities have already started these sort of incubators and hacker spaces in order to encourage the growth of startups in their town. If your area hadn't, why don't you be the guerrillapreneur and knock on the door and make it happen by asking for that free space? Then reward that area with sales tax and other taxes as you make your giant killing business a success. Why don't you join the International Reciprocal Trade Association, the IRTA? What's the benefit of being a member? They will match you with other companies who are willing to barter for services as opposed to demand cash for their services. So if you have a service that they would like to have and they have a service that you'd like to have, you exchange services in lieu of spending cash. Now, that's going to take some of your time, but it will preserve your hard capital to invest in your innovations. And You may even find someone that you're going to match services with who will let you refine and perfect your disruptive innovation as part of the service that you provide to them. That's a win-win because they'll take it in exchange for services that'll help your business while also providing you feedback on how to enhance or improve your disruptive innovation, your slingshot technology. Then you have a built-in uh, beta tester for a particular market segment. That's a win-win. Do you know any of your local talk show hosts, politics or business in your area? Have you ever called in and decided that you were going to become a close friend to them and maybe even support them by uh, talking on certain topics? You could get exposure for your business by becoming the resident expert for certain local radio programs, and that will help promote your business. Pitch your business service as the 1 minute expert on carpet cleaning. And when they want to have someone talk on that topic, they call you up and you provide them a plug that helps their business look more, provide more expertise and serve their public. But it also gets your name out there. When I had a magazine in college that I co-founded with my brother, I used that tactic to help spread information about the magazine. I also was given right to interview some of the guests who came into the radio station, and that gave me some really cool articles that no other magazine, big or small, had, and helped our subscription rate grow. So develop those relationships with the radio talk show hosts, and it could end up helping get you some free advertisement, and certainly may help promote you as the expert in a given topic. OPI. Anybody know what OPI is? OPI is other people's internet, and I've used it to help me extend 15 cents into a dollar because it helped me avoid having to pay for internet. In the early days when you couldn't find that much internet, Starbucks, McDonald's, and a lot of other stores that offered free Wi-Fi were the places where I spent most of my lunches, dinners, breakfasts, either on the road or at home. It helped me avoid the cost of having to pay for internet and to be able to access clients and through the web. They became my office away from my office. When I ran a hotel for a while, I noticed that a local lawyer would always sit out on the front bench in front of the hotel. I noticed he was also bringing clients in to sit on that bench with him. Walked out and asked, "Hey, what's going on?" He said, "You have internet. I don't have internet at my office, so I sit here when I have to send documents to my clients and talk to them while I'm doing it." I invited him in and said, "Hey, don't sit outside. Sit in at the bar, talk to your clients, use all the internet you like." A couple of weeks later, he and his family showed up for dinner. We got a very loyal customer, and he found a place where he could do business. It was a win-win because by having him there, he started to bring in more professionals and introduce them to the hotel. And we were looking to try to build up our brand by reaching out to young professionals. So OPI has a lot of different benefits depending on whether or not you're offering it or you're looking for it. But if you're looking for it, it's a great way to stretch a dollar when you're on the road by leveraging someone else's internet. Can't afford to go to your favorite conference, but you want to reach some of the people who are attending? Go to the conference and put your flyers on the cars parked in the parking lot. Use that as a great way to reach people that I knew wanted my product, but who I couldn't afford to talk to at the conference. Now, I didn't just stop with just putting a little bit of information about the company on their car windshields. I offered free dinner to people who were going to go onto the website and sign up in a demonstration of a product that I knew that they were going to need. Now, that gave me a lot of different benefits. First, by signing up, I got names, email addresses, and telephone numbers. By getting those first 20 or so people to sign up for the free meal at a great restaurant, I got them in a captive location for a captive period of time to demonstrate my product. For those who were really hooked by the time dinner was over, I could follow up over dessert, get questions and answers, and cultivate those into some great hot leads. So even if I only converted 2 or 3 nice customers, I not only did that and paid for the dinner 10 times over, but I saved money on the whole setup versus what I would have to spend to get into the conference and walk the floor. It was a great savings, great opportunity, and worked wonderfully until we got enough money to be able to afford a booth at the conference. Now, what's the last way that you can stretch 15 cents into $1? You ever thought about joining a hacker space, a fab lab, a maker's lab, or maker space? That's a great place for you to meet people who have technical skills, who can help you with projects, and they'll do it in exchange for sweat equity that you can provide in helping them with their projects. They're also terrific places that may have many of the tools your startup can't afford, like 3D printers. And if you're into carpentry, they have all sorts of metal and woodworking equipment. If you're into technology, they have individuals who understand different programming languages, may even understand big data, and can help you get greater knowledge of how to take advantage of that for your business. I recently joined a hackers space in Atlanta called Freeside. It looks to be a great spot with some really smart people who I hope can help me with some projects that I'm working on. These are this week's or this month's top 10 ways to make $1 out of 15 cents. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. And if you like what we're doing, please check out our formal podcast, Guerrillapreneur, The Art of Waging Small Business Warfare, on Podomatic, iTunes, or streaming at our website, Ceyero.com. Ceyero.com. If you want to support what we're doing here at Ceyero Consulting and with the Guerrillapreneur podcast, where we're trying to launch our hacker space in the Black Belt in Alabama, as well as continue our business pitch contests for young entrepreneurs who are looking to invest in the South by building businesses, you can join us over at Patreon and support the podcast there. Patreon/Guerrillapreneur, and donate whatever you can afford. $1 a month, a one-time donation, or if you can't afford any of those, please just help spread the word on the podcast, on our YouTube channel here. Subscribe, comment, and like. All of those ways are terrific ways to help us keep the movement alive. Keep fighting, Guerrillapreneurs.